How do we exercise control over who joins our hobby?
I think this is such a tough question because it's something that I've been thinking about an awful lot, and we are in the midst of what you could call a culture war, per se.
Yeah.
And especially within like more nerdy type of hobbies and interests, there seems to be a big push to try and force other political views or ways of looking at the world, and it's generally injected in such a way that it's extremely heavy-handed and forced and not done very well. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah. You cannot. RPGs are too decentralised to really gatekeep with any efficiency. The best you can do is write and play games you want to do, and encourage people you know to do the same. Remember, no game is better than a bad game, and a good group of friends is far better than playing with some Adventure League game with a bunch of random people. Thankfully, no matter how bad 5th edition or Pathfinder or whatever it gets, you can always simply run other games or homebrew it. They currently are unable to prevent you from doing that, and that's why you should avoid digital clients, because I bet that's how it's going to be enforced in the future.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. See, this is one of the things that I love about role-playing games way more than war games, because it is decentralized. There is no... It's all onto your DM, and I definitely do buy into the... Have you tried not playing 5e? No, but 5e, I don't think it's that bad. It's actually fine, but as long as you're playing with friends or people that you know IRL, or people like a group that you've been playing with for a very long time.
Yeah.
Once you start playing 5e with complete randomers online, that's whenever I think a lot of problems tend to arise.
Yeah, because 5th edition tends to attract, I don't know how to put this, but a certain type of people.
Yeah. But, okay, you know what it is? You know what the big thing is?
And also those certain type of people stick within 5th edition.
Exactly.
And do not move.
This is why I really don't get the whole complaining and gatekeeping, because they gatekeep themselves.
Yeah, just...
Unironically, they already do, so I don't really see the big
play
issue.
3.5.
Yeah.
None of them will want to play with you.
Yeah. I mean, if it's got to be D&D, you can still do that. I think the key problem comes down to a lot of people are very much, and I hate to use it, but I do think it's to a certain extent not quite the Matt Mercer effect, but a lot of people are watching podcasts and they're like, oh, I want to be like these people, whether or not they realize it or not, and they have no interest in playing other games or other systems, and this is kind of what annoys me a lot of the time. Instead of just...
This is why James can't get a Morkborg game.
No, I've actually got...
Well, he does.
No, I've got...
Online.
Online, I've got a lot of people that are actually interested in playing Morkborg with us, and IRL, I've got 2 people that are well up for it at the minute, so I'm more than happy.
All the people who tend to play with you are...
people I've been playing with for a long time,
yeah,
and I know them.
But trying to get, people who just play 5th edition to play it is so hard.
Yeah.
Play anything else.
Yeah, it is. But again, see, this is what I'm trying to get at, because...
It's like boys who just play FIFA.
Yeah.
FIFA or Call of Duty, and
the normies that only play 5th edition.
Yeah, it's FIFA.
Yeah, it's FIFA. Yeah, it is
FIFA
actually.
and Call of Duty.
Yeah,
it.
Is Call of Duty is D&D 5e the COD of goal plan? Maybe. Actually, I like this analogy.
Yeah.
I like this one.
If there are 3 normal, in quotation, people who buy a couple of books, play once, and then never touch the game again, it's in a corporation's best interest to appeal to these 3 normal people over a single wacky person they've already got the money from. And he'll probably buy every new edition anyway. If they rope in a single progressive or conservative wacky person, it's all the better. They'll freak out and draw eyes, which means a normal person might buy to see what the fuss is about. Any other motive is a smokescreen. Of course you don't play games, so you mention exactly one gameplay complaint: racial traits. A homebrew used as free advertising because even bigger wacky people complained about it. And a bunch of complaints that are completely avoided by not playing with wacky Redditors.
Yeah, pretty much. See, this is the thing. The whole racial trait thing was massive, and it was really big. I feel like, you know what the core problem is? D&D is the biggest. And whenever D&D does something, there's a lot of other companies that look at that and be like, oh, we gotta go do that now. And I think that's what people are worried about the most. I don't really care what happens with D&D 6th edition, personally, because I know in my group we're gonna keep doing whatever, we're gonna do whatever, we're gonna homebrew whatever goals, we're gonna adjust it to our own tastes and likings,
play styles, and stuff,
and I like, you know, yeah, I do sometimes.
Which is the way it should
Exactly.
be done.
Exactly. This is the thing and this is one of the things that protects wargaming, but it also hinders wargaming at the same time. With wargaming, there's a very heavy meta. What Games Workshop says is the goals, that's the goals, and that's how you play. And there's not much discussion, ifs or buts. It's goals as written, as hard as you can. And of course, there's a lot of problems with that. But let's be serious, are Wizards of the Coast the be all and end all of your game?
Absolutely not.
And it's your game. It's your...
But that's the emphasis I want to put here. It's a game.
Yeah.
Like, the whole rules lawyering thing where people go so hard at it.
Yeah.
To calm down.
Yeah.
People are just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Yeah. Let's make the most of it. Throw some dice. That's what I'm mostly into.
People take it as if it's a personal attack. On them.
Well, again, you know, that could fall into the same line as, you know, and this is one thing I've noticed more and more. There's a lot of people that treat, and this goes for any hobby or interest. It's not just wargaming. It's not just a role-playing game. It's anything in this day and age. People treat their hobbies and interests more like a lifestyle than
a hobby or an interest.
Yeah, whereas, like, you know, if the most interesting thing about you is I play this, like, don't get me wrong, it's
like your mate writing down the CV, hobbies and interests, anime.
Yeah, do you remember that? Yeah, that's, like, let's be serious. Okay, it's an interest and a hobby, but I don't think you should put it down on a CV.
No.
Overall, you could, you know what, actually, now if we're on the topic of it, you could reword role-playing games as problem solving and stuff like that. That is actually
improv.
Improv. There's a lot of stuff I think you could apply to a CV. If you reword it, you can't just say, yeah, I like to play D&D with my mates. A lot of people are going to look at that and be like, okay, nerd, get out. But you could rework it. You could, you could change it very easily, I think.
Like, what did you used to call your old job? What was your technical term?
Okay,
you
so I was...
he was a kitchen porter, so he washed dishes
I was a dishwasher.
Cleaned the kitchen.
Yeah, but I called myself a culinary equipment maintenance technician. And technically, you know, I am well, technically that was the job.
Yeah.
It's the fanciest title you can put on it, but, like, you know, you can't do that if you really wanted to put on a CV. Like, you know, a lot of people are going to ask you a question, and once they find out what it is, they're going to be like, oh, right, out, get out.
The vast majority of hobbyists play the latest edition. These homebrew rules are anything but. They will become an established part of the game. You're going to have a harder and harder time finding people who don't play the latest edition. This is why gatekeeping is necessary. You can try and cope all you want, but we all know the best possible scenario would be to have modern editions that were well designed and didn't include a bunch of progressive crap.
Yeah, I think the main point of what he's saying is well designed. Yeah, can we actually just
We've been looking for that for a while, though.
Well designed is subjective, but it is most definitely true. It's kind of like, I love the idea of everyone knows what beauty is, but it's impossible to write down exactly what beauty is. Like, you know, yeah, you could say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but everyone can agree what beauty is. Is that a weird way of putting it?
Yeah, everybody has their own version of beauty, of what they find personally beautiful.
But there's also a universal,
like Henry Cavill.
Henry
say
Cavill.
This all the time.
Henry Cavill.
I can
God
appreciate
genetics.
Henry Cavill is
God tier.
Like chisel jawline, absolutely stunning, like a beautiful, beautiful man. But I would never. He's just not my type.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. But I can understand that he is beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I get exactly what he's coming from. And yes, you know, when it comes to these sorts of hobbies and interests, it is important to keep having new people coming in the door. I do think it is important to have more people coming in.
But whenever you're pandering,
yes, for
these new people to come in, then you forget about the
people that have been with
the core
you.
Group, the people who have been with it, and it's
like you've decided, okay, you guys aren't profitable anymore. My loyal fan base that loves us very much, we don't really care about you anymore.
Loves us very much is a bit of a...
No, but I'm saying in the sense of, like, you know, Wizards of the Coast.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Nobody really loves Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah. Like, okay, Wizards of the Coast are slightly better than Games Workshop.
Wizards of the Coast is like the X that, you know, you still don't mind them. They text you now and again, but you would never go back. You know?
Yeah, I definitely get that.
Psst. Hey, lean in closer. This is fucking ASMR channel now. You know what's pretty fucking based? Titties. Go see titties. Lots of titties.
All the titties.
Go over to the website, check out all the models. You guys know the score. We have some really nice looking models over there. And we have a lot of...
sci-fi gothic?
Yeah.
Let's call them sci-fi gothic.
And if models isn't your shit, we have loads of subclasses and we keep adding them every other week or so. We add a lot.
We got a lot.
Look, we've got big brains. We add shit. But yes, go over to the website, check out everything. If you haven't subscribed, what the fuck you doing? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and let's get back to the video. Every week we're going to be doing a giveaway of the new pinup model of the month, or if models isn't your thing, all of our homebrew content. If you want to be in with a chance to win the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe. That's it. Hit the subscribe button. That's it.
Do it now.
But last week's winner was this guy. Well done! Yay! Round of applause.
Yeah.
Everybody stands up and claps. But enough of that. Let's get back to the video. Sort the people you engage with by level of commitment. These people are always casuals who hate commitment. I'm more on the wargame side and it's less infected. Outside of Warhammer anyway. It's not like playing with grumpy old grognards is all that preferable.
I don't know, I quite enjoy grognards. They've got charm.
You're halfway to being a grognard, my guy.
I don't think I am. They all call anyone older than you is a boomer and anyone who's younger than you is a zoomer, and that's just fact.
For us in our club, it's simply a function of, will you collect and paint new armies for different events? If they consistently show up and have put time and effort into their armies, as well as helping out with events, resources, and almost certainly we invite that person to the next event. Vetting people like this and still getting 20 plus young people to show up for historical wargaming is hard, but we've managed. People who are just in it for the leftist nerd cred will never keep up, and those of us whom this stuff isn't just a hobby, but a lifestyle.
Yeah, you know, historical wargaming, as I say, is something that I think you have to, once you hit the age of 45, anyone I've known in the UK that's into wargaming, once they hit 45, it's like Napoleonic era. That's fascinating.
You always see the owl boys in the corner and they're setting up like their trenches and stuff.
It's huge.
Like,
it's absolutely
massive.
gigantic. No, them guys are really
into it.
But, you know, that's also a great way of putting it. It's commitment level as well. But yeah, when it comes to wargaming and role playing, it is a big commitment. Like, you know, the hardest thing about playing it is scheduling. Let's be serious.
It's trying to wrangle people.
It's trying to make
for
sure
a date and a time.
Like, you know,
especially if you're playing online and people are on different
time
continents
zones
and stuff. It's so
wild.
bad.
But if you can get people that consistently show up, you're already winning. You know, and that's you know, that's not bad.
And if you enjoy the people that you're playing with,
exactly,
you're winning even more.
Yeah, exactly.
You're standing on the podium, my guy. Just don't let it fall.
I think the most impressive people I've came across is ones that have like a consistent people that play with their IRL friends and also play consistently amaze me.
Yeah,
like people that have been friends.
They
with
may as well
before.
Have magic because I don't know how they do that.
That's beyond me. All my friends, I'm not even joking, all of our friends are not interested in... there's one or two that I've got like a passing interest. They're like, I wouldn't say no to trying it out. But like, anytime when it comes to it, they're like, I'm busy that day, sorry. Maybe it's just me.
They play Yu-Gi-Oh! Instead.
Yes! How bad's that? There was one I was looking at. It's like, what is the worst hobby? Is it card game? Is it role playing? Is it wargaming? And I'm going to say card gaming is
100%
is the most neckbeardy worst one out
It's
of the
not
lot.
even neckbeardy, it's the people that is attracted to card gaming. And I know I say that about D&D, but Jesus!
Yeah, definitely. Card players are in a different league altogether. I'm sorry for all you Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon players. Okay, you know what? Tell us in the comments who's the worst. Who's the worst one? Because I'm not familiar with the with the card gaming scene. Who do you guys think is the worst out of them? Is it Magic? Is it Pokemon? Is it Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, it's Magic.
do you think Magic's a word? I know, I've heard some horrible things.
I've heard, yes, so have I, about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! seems to be next
Remember
level.
me and you went for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Phase?
Yeah, we tried it, but I don't know, it just didn't work.
Me no know how cards work.
yeah. To be fair, we were trying to teach ourselves, and we were doing it together. And probably would have been better off if we actually played with
people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Back in the day, white nerdy dudes were ostracized from society for enjoying things like D&D, and their status as a socially acceptable punching bag was set in stone. But they shrugged, stuck it up, and said, F it, I'm gonna play regardless of what you all think. If you cannot go into a game and deal with the negative judgment of others and say, F it, I'm gonna play anyway, you don't care about the game for its own sake. You're merely a slave to the normie drive for constant attention and validation from everyone else at all times.
Yes, most definitely. This is one thing I think I've definitely got over time. As I've gotten older.
Especially now that I have a kid, I couldn't give less of a thought of what people think of me.
I know it's such a meme saying to, like, you know, teenagers, like 16, 17, 18-year-olds, like, you know, really don't care what other people think or say. And it's so difficult because, like, you know, people look at you, it's like, how can you just say that? It's different, though.
I know.
It's different. It's a different time, like, you know, with social media and all that. And yeah, we did have social media, but it wasn't half as...
I wouldn't have left... I have no eyebrows, guys. I wouldn't have left my house with my eyebrows not done before, but now... Couldn't care.
Yeah.
I'm carrying a child. I am tired all the time. I don't care.
Yeah, definitely. But honestly, caring what other people say or do about you...
As long as you enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're having fun, who cares?
Exactly. And see these people that try and, like, make it out. It's like, oh, I can't believe you're actually into that sort of thing. It's like, they need a...
Well, what's your hobby? What do you do?
What do you do?
Sit and watch Netflix?
Yeah. That's
boring.
not... Yeah. Like, come on.
At least yours is social. At least ours is social.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
And this is what also gets me as well. I've got this quite a few times. See, whenever we slag off anime, for instance, a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's like, look, we're taking the piss.
Yeah.
It's a bit of fun.
Yes.
Like, you know, I'm not saying all anime is bad. Anyone that gets upset over us slagging it off, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
we don't mean it.
We're not saying... Like,
you're kind of weird. Like, we don't mean it.
Look, there's definitely examples of amazing anime. There's a lot of Studio Ghibli stuff, which is top tier.
Hey, guys, I watched some Studio Ghibli. I actually did not mind it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But you get what we're
please... For the love of God, do not recommend me anything in the comments, because I'm telling you, I'm not going to watch it.
No, but there's, like, you can't deny, there's a lot of examples of cringy anime, you know what I mean? But again, at the same time, like, just because we would say something negative about it, shouldn't mean anyone should take that sort of thing to heart.
Exactly. Now it's trendy and hip to be nerdy, and big corporations are eager to squeeze money from the normie hordes. A big normie red flag is the inability to cope with social ostracism, no matter how slight. If someone whines because you have a rule for no combat wheelchair, do not allow them in your game. No normies. Ever. It's my #1 rule. Without them, the game you envisioned will go just fine. Let the Brads, Beckys and Blue Hairs have their boring half-effort games among themselves. They will buy the books and drop the hobby the second a new nerdy hobby is trending, and migrate to that one and be obnoxious over there. They'll say no gatekeeping, and be kind, and insult and dox anyone who doesn't parrot the same bland, neoliberal, socio-political talking points. Don't give narcissists attention, not even negative attention. They thrive off that too. Stay away from normies and continue to play with effing weirdos who are secure in their interests, like we always have done. Simple.
You know what? I think this is the best place to end.
Did I write this?
No, but it is. I think that's honestly the best way to look at it. And again, like, you know, like, to avoid a lot of these problems, I do feel like all you need to do is step out of playing 5e and, like, you know, either play with people that you can still play 5e.
Don't
with
let people
you know,
with coloured hair in your group.
Yeah, that's not a bad.
Unless you're a person of coloured hair, then let other people with coloured hair in your group and
enjoy it with other people with coloured hair.
Yeah.
Would that be a fair way to put it?
Yeah.
You know, and again, this is the big thing. Role-playing games, one of the things that I love about them the most is how social they are. I feel like, so years ago, I got into World of Warcraft back when it first came out. I was really big into it and I loved it. And the reason why I loved it was because it was the first real time I encountered a game that was also hyper social, that we could actually...
You had to talk to people.
And also I could hang out with a lot of my friends in the game as well, and we could sit and chat and we could get on, and, you know, it was really good.
But to be able to organise, like, raids and stuff...
Yeah, it was so much fun.
You had to talk to other, like, randomers, you had to talk.
But games like World of Warcraft aren't social anymore.
No.
And that's where I feel like all video games, and again, look at split screen. Split screen doesn't exist anymore for the most part.
I know.
When it comes to playing games with your mates, it's still over headset, and I know role-playing games for the most part is still online, but I still feel like because it's not like... It's different from playing a video game. Everyone has to be in on it and be... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very different way of playing, and that's why I love role-playing games. I feel like more people, especially over the last 2 years, where people haven't been able to be as social as they would like to be, and I think it's honestly one of the most important things you can do. Having a hobby that's... I think men need hobbies. This is the thing I'm pretty convinced over. I feel like a lot of men it's not just good for you, you need it. I know so many fellas that have got, like, they're dangerous to themselves because they're not keeping themselves occupied with the gym or work or whatever. See, I've known so many people that have lost their jobs for whatever reason, and they've just degenerated hard, and they've almost become a shell of their former selves because they've nothing. They've just got too much free time on hand. Look at any middle-aged man that I know of can't sit still. No. They can't sit down and just watch a TV show or a movie or whatever. They need to be doing something.
My dad works 6 days a week.
Yeah.
He gets up at 7 in the morning and he's not home until like 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
And he only gets 1 day off on a Sunday. And what does he do? He goes and cuts grasses. He goes and fixes this. And it's like, Dad, sit down and enjoy your day off. Yeah. He's like, no, but I need to do... No, you don't.
Yeah, sit down, relax. And I feel like everyone knows a person like that. And, of course, that's very important to be like, because at the same time, it can be really easy to just fall off the wagon.
Yeah.
You know, and this is why I do feel like these sorts of hobbies and interests are really important for people, because it's not just a hobby and interest, it's also a lot of social life, it's also interacting with so many new people. And honestly, I know myself, I have been horrible at communicating with a lot of people. I'm not a very social person, but role-playing games have, and war games as well, has helped me, and it's forced me to interact with people that I would normally not do.
You're more talkative than me now.
Yeah, I think I am now. I think I am, and I think I'm getting, well, I don't know if I'm better at it, but I'm definitely more comfortable.
James has numerous friends. I have one.
Yeah, it's weird that, isn't it? Yeah, it's strange. But again, play with the people that you love playing with, and I do feel like gatekeeping is important to a certain extent, because we are in the midst of a culture war, but at the same time, I'm not going to let what these people over there on the other side, over in America or whatever, that are doing, because it doesn't really affect my game and how I play. I'm having a lot of fun with my friends and the people that I want to play with, and that's what I feel like is the most important aspect.
There's a good question to leave it on. What do you like or love about role-playing games? Or tabletop
what
games?
is it that brings...
What do you love about just tabletop games in general?
What is it?
Because obviously you played them, or you're interested in them because you're watching us. Hi.
Also, here, if you haven't found the game, check out our Looking for Group Discord. I guarantee it's kind of mental. You're probably not going to find...
I don't even think it's modded.
It's not. It's self-automated.
Yeah, so just go on and hold your nose and hope for the best.
That's all we could really say to anyone. But, like, you know...
And while you're down in the comments letting us know why you love tabletop games...
Why do you think it's important to gatekeep as well?
Oh, yeah.
For me, I try to avoid it. I like to try and judge people on an individual basis, and vetting people is very, very difficult. So
especially if it's online.
And if it's online, yeah.
How can you judge someone that...
It's hard.
You don't even know them.
Exactly.
But yes, check out the links down below to the website. We've got some banging models over there, boy. Check them out with the subclasses, all that.
And also check out the subclasses, and make sure, just like, you know, just say to your DM, it's like, yo, man, can I play?
Fancy let me play this? No, you can't, James. Okay.
But hey, I think they're kind of funny, and I think you guys will have a lot of fun with it, so go ahead, check it out.
Yes, check them out. Also, check out our Telegram.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Some banging memes
and
over
also, what day is today?
This is Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday?
So,
Tomorrow, Megan's...
No, tomorrow. I don't know about you, but I'm in the mood for some spooks. Hint, hint.
Check it out. If you know what it is, check it out.
What it is. Only the real boys know.
Because it's at the very end of the video, and no one ever stays to the very end of the video.
Hit subscribe. See you later. Bye.